bought that house off of Peachtree when I was pregnant with you. It wasn't very much, but it was mine. And I built this porch swing that was on the front porch. And then I tended this garden right out front. And that stove, I used to cook up a storm on that stove. It's like one of those stoves that you have to light a really long match with. One winter, your Uncle Clyde came by and he asked for a place to stay just so he can get back on his feet. And, you don't turn your back on family. And one night, I woke up. I didn't know why. I woke up. I just did. And I walked down the hall just to check on you. And, out walks Uncle Clyde from your room. Yeah, I know what he did. I know what he did because he was this big man and he liked his hooch. He was the kind of guy that he just smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and he would fall asleep on the couch with cigarettes, and then I have to go over there and take them out and put them out. But one night I decided to grab you and your sisters and your brother and take you to Aunt Mabel's house to sleep. And that night was the night that house that I loved so much just burned to the ground. And your Uncle Clyde right with it. Honey, I know you've been torturing yourself about what went on here. And I want you to know that even if you did do something really bad, you had your reason. You do what you gotta do sometimes. Even if all you have is a long match and a flammable hooch. I bought that house off of Peachtree when I was pregnant with you. And, it wasn't much, but it was mine. And I built this porch swing, and I tended this little garden right out front. And when I used to bake up a storm on that stove, and one winter, your Uncle Clyde came by and asked for a place to stay, and you don't turn your back on family, but just till he got back on his feet. And one night I woke up in the middle of the night, and I don't know why I woke up, I just did, and I went to go check on you. And I walked down your hall, and there was Uncle Clyde just coming out of your room. I knew what he did. I knew that he liked his hooch, and I knew he liked his liquor, and he would smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. He'd fall asleep on the couch, smelling up the entire house like smoke. And I'd go over there and I would take the cigarette out of his mouth. And one night I decided to take you and your brothers and sister, and I used to try to get you to sleep at Aunt Mabel's house. And that night, that house that I loved so much, just burnt. Burnt with your Uncle Clyde in it, too. Honey, I know you've been torturing yourself about what went on here. I want you to know that sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And even if you did do something really bad, you just got to sometimes. Even if all you have is a flammable hooch.